Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 6 with myself and Cubby. How are you guys doing today? How's life? So what is the plan for today? Today, we're going to have a magical episode. No, not that kind of magical. I meant this one. We need to get into 3 different magic mods. One of them is Ars Nouveau because we need the Jar of Voiding in order to make the Pulsating black hole. Obviously we need to get into blood magic so that we can make the Void Sigil. And finally there are a few recipes from Mana and Artifice. Therefore we are going to go alphabetically and we are going to start with blood magic. I know it is not alphabetically correct, but it's good for your OCD. As you might have noticed, I have already started working on a blood altar which looks like a tier 5 but it's actually a tier 3. Because honestly speaking, until tier 3 you don't have anything complicated. You just have the blood altar which is tier 1, you just add 8 blocks around it, that will be tier 2, and the third level is slightly a more complicated structure. That's it. Also, the book says that you can make a tier 5 blood altar, but it is also telling me that it's a work in progress. So I don't know, maybe with tier 5 we cannot craft anything, but the ruins will work? We will see. But did you know that I have been blood magicking the incorrect way the entire time? There is an incense altar which is supposed to give you a huge bonus whenever you're doing self-sacrifice. If you hold your divination sigil in your hand, it will tell you that by default it's going to give you 20% bonus. However, there are ways of making it far more efficient and I just realized I've been doing it wrong the entire time. And we have been doing blood magic in every single series, nobody ever corrected me. So what have I been doing wrong? Well, first off, in order to increase the efficiency of your incense altar, you need path blocks. You will start with 4 3x3 wooden path blocks in cardinal directions, right? So now, any block that you put over here should add to the incense altar's efficiency. You see, now we are at 36. However, there is a limit. If you are using wooden path blocks, the maximum efficiency that you can have is 60%. So if I add more blocks over here, nothing will change. If you want to go higher than 60%, you need stone path blocks, and they should extend 5 blocks in each cardinal direction. There's also diminishing returns. If you use the same blocks over and over again, you're not going to get the same buff. And this is exactly what I have been doing wrong the entire time. I used to go with 3 blocks of wooden path blocks and 3 blocks of stone. So the cap was always 60. Using the correct logic from the book, I just made a pyramid under the pyramid, which is going to give us a bonus of almost 120%. We can increase it to 200% if we get worn stone path blocks. But the problem is that in order to make it, we are going to need the Master Blood Orb, and that is a tier 4 blood altar. So let us upgrade our blood altar together. For upgrading the altar to tier 4, we need 4 of these bloodstone bricks, and for that we need blood shards. And in order to get blood shards, we need to get some demonic will. So let us make a Hellfire Forge, and I'm gonna put you over there. We need to start making Tartaric Gems, and in order to make them inside the Hellfire Forge, we need 1 will. And to get the demonic will, we need some snares. The recipe has changed a little bit. We need to put string inside the altar. There you go. I just made 15 more. And we should be good to go. And I was going to say we need to start finding a hostile mob, and we already found one. Okay. The problem is that my particles are off. But now that they're on, you might notice that they have white particles. If we kill them, we get demonic will. If we put it inside our Hellfire Forge, after a few seconds, we get a Tartaric Gem. Of course, we are going to make 2 of them because we need one in order to fill it in with will and the other one in order to make the Sentient Sword. So here is my Sentient Sword, and we don't need snares anymore. I wanted to give it an enchantment. Let us see what we get. Really? No looting? Well, Sweeping Edge is not that bad. Smite is also not that bad. Oh, wait a minute, we have a nice sword over here. Okay, then let me make some enchantments and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have Warpulse 6, Sweeping Edge 4, Sharpness 9 and Looting 4. And I just remembered the entire reason that I came here was to make it unbreakable. Why don't you work? Oh, it's this one. It does not have to be a super OP sword, we just need to kill a few mobs to gather some demonic will. I think we go with slimes. So we have 1.7, we have 6. So if it was not obvious, in order to gather demonic will, you need to kill mobs with a sentient sword and you will gather demonic will inside your petty Tartaric Gem. But a petty Tartaric Gem is garbage. Therefore we need to upgrade it into a lesser Tartaric Gem, which is less garbage. And of course by this time you guys get the idea. We need more will. And by using an imbued slate, we're going to upgrade it into a common Tartaric Gem. There you go. So again, just to refresh your memory, in order to make a weak blood sharp, we're going to need an alchemical reaction chamber, this guy. And then we need this reverter, which requires a little bit of demonic will, and using the shears we should be able to get some blood shards. We just need one. Actually, we need more than one, right? Yeah, I also need one in order to upgrade my Tartaric Gem, and one more for the blood orb. Okay, it's extremely cheap, who cares? Oh, that time it gave us 2. Nice. So ladies and gentlemen, we can upgrade our blood altar to tier 4, and if I hold my divination sigil, will it say tier 4 or 5? Hidden behind mana and artifice, I can't see. It's okay, we're going to add one rune over here and see if it has changed the capacity. Nope. It's okay, according to the book you can make the structure, but it does not affect your altar. It's fine. At least I can get my final blood orb. Oh, you are tier 3. Why? Oh. So ignore whatever I just said, because apparently I have made a boo-boo. Yes, it's now even tier 5. So literally ignore whatever I just said. You can make a tier 5 blood altar. So one of the main reasons that we wanted to upgrade our altar to tier 4 was to be able to get stone path blocks, so that we can increase the efficiency of the incense altar, correct? We get the normal version, and then we upgrade it to the worn version. They also look really nice. So my incense altar is 119. If we change the blocks, it should go higher. Yes, 126. I need to add more plants. Well, actually I can add anything. I can add lava, I can add water, I can even add blood. Maybe we're going to add blood. I like blood. But just before I go up ahead and complete the altar, let us also get a demonic will crystal. So we are going to need a demon crucible, obviously, and then we're going to make 2 demon crystallizers. We don't need 2, but I think it's going to be a little bit faster. We're out of demonic will, right? Yeah, you need 500. Okay. I just got a little bit more demonic will, and yes, we can craft the second one. So you guys already know this, the crucible and the crystallizers have to be in the same chunk. We should put our Tartaric Gem inside the crucible, and after a while we should get 1 crystal. It has been a while later, I have been doing a little bit of crafting, and we have our crystals. Therefore, the first thing that we are going to do is to upgrade our Tartaric Gem into a greater Tartaric Gem. Also, you should remember that the whole point of having a bigger altar is to make it much more efficient and run much faster. So this is why I have made some runes, and we're going to install them together. I have made some runes of capacity, and each one of them is increasing the capacity of our altar by 2 buckets. I have also made some runes of augmented capacity, and the difference that they have with the runes of capacity is that instead of increasing it by 2 buckets, they will increase it by a few %. Very good, very good. We can hold 90 buckets. I have also made some rune of the orb, and that will increase the capacity of our blood network. I have also made some runes of speed so that the crafting will be much faster. And finally, we have a rune of self-sacrifice, which is going to give us bonus whenever we stab ourselves. I still need to make a lot more runes, but for the moment I think we're good. So the blood altar is empty. If we stab ourselves, it's full. I have 90 liters of blood. Oh, and by the way, I have maxed out the incense altar and it gives us 200% bonus. I just added some lava, some potatoes, some nether wart. The crying obsidian doesn't do anything, but I just liked it. And also some blood. I'm not sure, but maybe you can also go to 300% if you use obsidian path blocks, but I think that is enough. Anyways, now that the altar is functioning, let us try to get our void reagent. This should be fast. Well, it's not the best, but maybe I can add more speed runes later on. So my dear friend, you need blood, you need string, gunpowder, and buckets. I'm not exactly sure how many all the mod star we're going to make, but I'm going to make 8 void reagents. So ladies and gentlemen, arcane ashes, void reagent, and we add the slate. I think he has changed the animations. They look cooler. The void sigil was one of the items that we needed in order to make the pulsating black hole, and we have it. Let us see what other items we can create. The void miner should not be a problem, because we already have it on auto crafting, so let us have 8. With every update to the pack, the recipes of the ore miners break. I don't know why. It's okay, I did change the patterns, and we could craft them. Another item that we need is the void junk from mining gadgets. Oh, you need all the modium nuggets. Okay, so in that case, let us make 8 of them as well. We also need 8 void shaped cards, which was easy peasy, and some mana void. There you go. Basically, we're just making trash cans. That's it. Exactly. Now we need a nullifier, which does not have a crazy recipe. I'm not going to set a pattern for them because I'm just going to make 8 and it's kind of easier to just make it manually. So of all the items that you see over here, which we need in order to make the pulsating black hole, we're missing the jar of voiding and the creative energy cube. Oh, it's not that bad. We just need vibranium blocks. I have 360 from sieving. And we should also have a bit in this system. Okay, that's not bad. I'm saying it's not bad because we can triple it. I just set the pattern for this one because it was slightly complicated to make, but we should be able to make 8 of it. Yes. So basically the only thing that I'm missing is Jar of Voiding, which is from Nouveau. So here's the issue. I don't really remember much about Nouveau, so I did make the guide. Let me go through it and I'll be right back. Oh, this one is nice. What is this? Summoning Crystal. I honestly don't know what it does. I'm guessing it summons creatures, but it's purple, so I like it. I just read the book and this is going to be so easy. We're going to be finished with this in like 2 minutes. In Nouveau, like any other magic mod, we need to generate some mana. One of the ways of gathering mana is that whenever a plant is growing, we should be able to collect some mana from it and put it inside a jar. Here is a mana jar and here is a mana condenser. Plants are growing and we are getting a teeny tiny bit of mana. Also, you cannot put the condensers near each other, so I think I can put one over here. Yes, because otherwise it will give you an error. For most of the recipes, we are going to need something called Enchanting Apparatus. And considering that this is also an arcane infusion, we also need some pedestals. So the way that we start crafting in this mod is that we are going to require an arcane core. We put the Enchanting Apparatus on top, and we just surround it with pedestals. That's it. The first thing that we need to craft in this mod is a mana bloom seed. Because we need to have the mana bloom in order to make a lot of recipes, so the seed is our first priority. We put the crystals and add the seed. It consumed a little bit of mana and gave us the mana bloom seed. I can bone meal it, right? Yes. So why did we need mana bloom? Because we need to make something called a blank parchment, and that requires mana fiber, which is essentially mana bloom. I think we need more, right? I want to make 8 of the recipe, so maybe that is enough. We also combine it with a chest, and if I'm not wrong, we should have everything in order to make the Jar of Voiding. The scroll goes there, ender pearl, bucket, lava bucket, and the glass bottle goes in the center. Nice, we have it. I just need to make 7 more. Oh, and by the way, if you want to put the central item first, it's not going to work. You first need to put the items on the pedestal, and then add the central item. We should have everything we need in order to make the pulsating black hole. No, it's okay, it's not recognizing the pattern, we should craft it manually. So this is 1. Oh, they stack. Nice. We can have 8. So from the recipe of the All the Mod Star, we have only the pulsating black hole. But you should remember, not all the recipes are very complicated. For instance, Rune of Sins is easy peasy. Or the Mass of Wills is also not that bad. Creative Essence is something that we can do right now. And this should be all the patterns we need. So can I have 8? Yes, we gathered so much Insanium and it only requires 32 blocks. It's taking a little bit of time, but you get the idea. Creative Essence is nothing. But let us take a very small break on magical stuff and focus on bees. If you guys remember, last episode we did manage to get a gold bee and I did let him pollinate a block of netherite, and we have a few netherite bees. I think they're here? Yes, we have 2. It's nothing super fancy, you just have to put blocks of netherite over here. That's it. And over time there is a chance that they're going to convert. But here is the point. We needed the netherite bee in order to get the wither bee, so we have one of the parents. We need the withered bee, which is the other parent. That is a combination of spooky and coal is a combination of lumber and blazing. I'm assuming lumber is something that we can craft? Yes? Oh. We have it, but you know, I was not expecting it, that's it. Oh, and I also need birch. Blazing is a combination of spooky and magma. And magma is something that we can craft. Good. So generally speaking, we need to make the lumber bee and magma bee. Oh, magma bee is weird. I need a magma bucket, which is not that bad. And we also need magma cream bucket. Oh, we should put a magma cube inside the smeltery. Okay, I do not have access to magma creams, but I think we should be able to find them in the other dimension. Well, I was hoping that we can find them. Yes, there is one. Come with me. We just need like 4 buckets. I don't think we need to automate it. Or at least I'm assuming we don't have to. We just drop them in the smeltery and see what happens. Go back in. Okay, maybe 2 of them is not enough. It's okay, we can always have more. It's just that I don't know why they can get out. I'm assuming that should be enough. Yes, 5 buckets. So let me also gather 4 buckets of magma and I'll be right back. As it turns out, you cannot actually right click on a melting chamber with a bucket in order to get the fluid. So you have to get a pipe, you have to get your wrench, you need to extract the fluid and put it inside the tank. And I'm missing 1 bucket. So here is your dragon scale, give me my magma bee. Thank you. So magma bee is off the list, we need the lumber bee. I'm not too worried about getting the crystal axe because the recipe is easy peasy for us, but we do need to find birch. Oh, it's actually every single log. Do we have all the saplings? I have dark oak, we need jungle. and that's it. And maybe some acacia. I'm just hoping that they do not need a max-sized version and a normal axe will do. Yeah, cause it doesn't really tell you anything. In any case, we shall know soon enough. Does it work? Yes. So my dear friend, you're off the list. And I am going to need one more bee because we also need to get the emerald bee. And that is the slimy bee which requires pink slime ingots. Oh, it's not that bad. Hey cubby. That's it, right? Yes. We needed 4. We have 4. So here is slimy bee, and I think that was all the eggs that we needed, because the rest should be breeding and mutation. Also, in the comments of the previous episode, somebody told me that there is something that we can make in order to upgrade the breeding process. Oh, it reduces the maximum breed time by 300 ticks. That's 15 seconds? 15 seconds is not the best. Can we have 2? Oh, yes. Okay. So the first bee that we're going to try and breed is going to be the blazing bee, which is a combination of magma and spooky. So here is magma with magma blocks, spooky with bone blocks. Maybe I should get another upgrade. Also, you should remember that there's a 60% chance that we're going to get the blazing bee, so this attempt can fail. But in the meantime, we can also work on the emerald bee, which is a combination of slime and gold. So that could also work. Did we get it? Oh yes, blazing bee. Nice. You guys don't need to breed. So blazing with molten core, lumber with some wood should give us coal? Yeah, it should. Okay, this attempt failed, but I think this one was successful. Oh yes, we have coal. So ladies and gentlemen, coal with spooky should give us the withered bee. But there's a 20% chance of getting it, so it could take a while. Oh, we have emerald. Nice. I think I'm going to wait until we get 4 emerald. And that is 2. We need 2 more. The reason that I'm interested in emeralds is that in order to make the dimensional seed, we need a 5 times compressed block of emerald. So that's a lot. They have been breeding for a while, and unfortunately we did not get the bee that we want. It consumes the resources, but it doesn't really give you the bee. There is a 20% chance, so this could go for a while. I have found a very slight problem, and that is eventually these guys are going to give us the withered bee, and we need to breed it with netherite in order to get the wither bee, which is going to give us nether stars. However, the reason that we need the wither bee is to mutate a dragon egg into a dragonic bee so that we would be able to get all the modium ingots. And you might notice I do not have a dragon egg. And you might further notice that in order to make a dragon egg, this is the recipe. And I'm missing a dragon blood. So one thing that I'm not exactly sure is that did we get a dragon egg and I just left it over here, or it doesn't drop it? I have no idea. Let us try it one more time. Can I kill it with a sword? Oh, it's dead. Okay. Oh, you don't get a dragon egg. Interesting. Then I'm assuming we don't have a choice. I need to find the dragon. So many waypoints. Oh, I was wrong about pixies. There is one over here. Okay, this is almost 3000 blocks away and we should be able to start seeing dragons. At least that is the hope. We have found a dead one. But unfortunately I need one which is freshly killed. Can we take one of you guys home? Thank you. Just in case you're wondering, it's been ages and I'm still looking. Yes, we found one. Can I kill it with a bow? Cause I think he can still one-shot me. And he's right behind me and we are going to die. I don't like fighting like a chicken. We go in, we kill him. He's dead. It was a lightning dragon. Shame. I kind of needed one alive, but it's okay. Just out of curiosity, in order to make this, we need lightning, yes. There used to be an ice dragon. It's okay. We also have some blood. We can go home. Did we at least get our wither bee? Yes, finally. Thank you. Now that we have our withered bee, we can start making the wither bee. So we give you withered ribs, and then we need the netherite bee with netherite blocks. And it's working, okay. There is a 60% chance, so it shouldn't be that bad. However, in the meantime, we should see if we can craft this. What are we missing? So wait a minute, you cannot make a soul extractor from Forbidden and Arcanus? How am I supposed to get souls then? So I have a few questions from you guys. 1. I cannot make the soul extractor. Is this a bug? Did they remove it on purpose? Do I have to cheat it in? Because I know the recipe is not very expensive, it's just that there is no recipe for it. Or maybe the dragon soul itself is a drop from dragons. I'm not sure. My second question is this. I know that I can capture dragons inside the mob imprisonment tool and duplicate them in order to get random dragons. But what I want to know is that if I capture a fire dragon, is it possible to also get an ice or lightning dragons from the mob duplicator or not? Dragon farming was my plan for the next episode, so we're not going to do it today. But in the meantime, if you guys tell me, I'll be extremely happy. And by the way, did we get wither bees? Yes. Oh, we got 5. Okay. Anyway guys, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Me and Cubby would like to thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.